The morning sun broke over the vibrant rooftops of Mangshi, casting a golden hue across the bustling market squares where the Dai people had gathered for the annual water-splashing festival celebrations. It was a time of joy, renewal, and community spirit, drawing travelers and locals alike into a tapestry of color and tradition that spanned generations. Among the crowd, the lively chatter of merchants blended harmoniously with the distant, rhythmic beating of traditional elephant foot drums echoing from the temple grounds. Amidst this lively backdrop, Tian Xiwei stood near a traditional stilt house pavilion, her eyes wide with wonder as she adjusted the delicate silver ornaments adorning her elaborate headdress. The breeze carried the sweet scent of jasmine flowers and roasted street delicacies, creating an atmosphere that felt almost dreamlike and detached from the ordinary rush of modern life. She had always cherished these cultural expeditions, yet there was something uniquely enchanting about the misty hills and the warm hospitality of Yunnan that touched her soul deeply. A short distance away, Zhang navigated the crowded cobblestone pathways, his gaze scanning the vibrant stalls for a glimpse of his traveling companion amidst the sea of colorful umbrellas and festive attire. Dressed in the refined layers of traditional Dai menswear, he moved with an effortless grace that drew subtle glances from the local artisans crafting handmade paper fans. The anticipation of the day's events hung heavy in the air, promising an unforgettable journey filled with shared laughter and cinematic moments beneath the subtropical sun. When their paths finally crossed near the grand entrance of the ancient Buddhist temple, a quiet understanding passed between them, as if the surrounding noise had instantly faded into the background. Tian Xiwei offered a radiant smile that mirrored the bright decorations hanging from the carved wooden eaves, her posture reflecting both elegance and youthful exuberance. Zhang stepped forward, matching her energy with a warm, welcoming expression that cemented the immediate visual harmony of their pairing. Local photographers and crew members buzzed around them, preparing the camera equipment for the highly anticipated promotional shoot for the second season of Come to Hinoki, CTHS2. The director called out final instructions, reminding everyone of the importance of capturing the authentic essence of Dai culture through their expressive performances and interactions. Every detail, from the intricate embroidery on their sleeves to the way the sunlight caught their accessories, was meticulously arranged to tell a compelling visual story. Tian Xiwei turned to check her reflection in a polished bronze mirror held by a supportive assistant, ensuring every single feather on her peacock-inspired crown was perfectly aligned. She practiced a gentle, sweeping motion with her handheld peacock fan, mimicking the graceful movements of traditional Dai dancers she had watched the previous evening. Her dedication to honoring the cultural heritage woven into the garments was evident in the careful precision of her posture. Zhang joined her by the edge of a tranquil lotus pond, where blooming pink flowers rested peacefully upon the dark green water, reflecting the bright blue sky above. He adjusted the intricately patterned sash around his waist, leaning slightly toward her to discuss the upcoming sequence of shots that would depict their characters arriving at a festive village gathering. Their collaborative spirit and easygoing camaraderie made the intense filming schedule feel like a genuine leisure trip rather than a demanding workday. As the morning light grew stronger, the director signaled for action. And the two actors effortlessly transitioned into character, embodying the romance and adventurous spirit central to CTHS2. Tian Xiwei's laughter rang out crisp and clear as Zhang playfully shielded her from a sudden mist generated by a nearby decorative fountain mimicking the festival rituals. The chemistry between them was palpable, illuminating the monitor screens with a magnetic warmth that left the entire production crew thoroughly captivated. They walked side by side down a sun-dappled pathway lined with towering banana trees and blooming frangipani, their synchronized steps conveying a deep narrative connection. The director encouraged them to improvise a brief moment of quiet conversation, allowing their natural personalities to infuse the scripted scene with an organic, heartwarming authenticity. Tian Xiwei shared a quick, amusing observation about a nearby stray cat wearing a miniature floral collar, prompting a soft chuckle from Zhang. Transitioning to the afternoon portion of the shoot, the setting shifted to the bustling heart of the ethnic night market, which had been specially prepared for daytime filming with colorful silk banners and hanging lanterns. The vibrant blues and golds of their Dai costumes contrasted sharply against the earthy tones of the wooden market stalls and the lush greenery surrounding the valley. Spectators gathered behind the barricades, whispering in admiration at how effortlessly the duo brought the traditional attire to life. Tian Xiwei interacted with a local vendor selling handcrafted sugar figurines, picking up a delicate horse-shaped candy and holding it up for Zhang to inspect with playful curiosity. He leaned in close, pretending to consider its artistic value before jokingly offering to trade it for his own silver-threaded waist ornament. Their light-hearted banter created a relaxed ambiance, easing the minor tension that often accompanies large-scale television productions under tight deadlines. The wardrobe supervisors rushed forward during a brief pause to touch up their makeup and ensure the heavy silver necklaces rested correctly against the high-collared tunics. Tian Xiwei expressed her genuine appreciation for the craftsmanship involved in making the garments, noting how comfortable yet structured the traditional skirts felt despite their elaborate appearance. Zhang nodded in agreement, expressing his fascination with the historical significance behind the specific motifs embroidered onto the men's jackets. As the sun began its gradual descent toward the western mountain ridges, casting long, dramatic shadows across the courtyard, the crew prepared for the golden hour sequence. This pivotal scene required the duo to stand on an elevated stone terrace overlooking the entire village, symbolizing a moment of shared reflection and future promises within the storyline of CTHS2. The changing light offered a breathtaking natural filter, turning the landscape into a living canvas of amber, violet, and deep indigo hues. Zhang extended his hand to guide Tian Xiwei up the uneven stone steps, ensuring her ornate shoes and long skirt hems remained pristine as they navigated the incline. She accepted his support with a graceful nod, her eyes fixed on the horizon where the distant river shimmered under the fading rays. This simple, unscripted gesture of chivalry encapsulated the mutual respect and care that defined their working relationship throughout the arduous production process. Positioned against the sweeping panorama of tropical foliage and traditional architecture, they delivered their dialogue with profound emotional resonance, capturing the dramatic tension required for the seasonal climax. Tian Shui's voice carried a subtle vulnerability that touched everyone on set, while Zhang responded with a steady, grounding presence that anchored the dramatic weight of the scene. The director shouted cut, followed immediately by enthusiastic applause from the surrounding crew members who recognized the magic they had just witnessed. With the primary dramatic sequences successfully wrapped, the atmosphere shifted to a more relaxed celebration as the local community leaders invited the cast and crew to partake in a traditional tea-tasting ceremony. Sitting cross-legged on woven bamboo mats around a low wooden table, Tian Xiwei and Zhang sampled freshly brewed pu'er tea served in carved bamboo cups. The earthy flavor provided a soothing remedy for their vocal cords after hours of outdoor projection and emotional performance. Local elders shared fascinating stories regarding the origins of the dye costumes worn during the shoot, explaining how every geometric pattern and color choice symbolized harmony with nature and ancestral blessings. Both actors listened intently, showing deep reverence for the cultural traditions that had inspired the aesthetic direction of CTHS2. Tian Xiwei even asked thoughtful questions about the weaving techniques, demonstrating an intellectual curiosity that extended far beyond the superficial demands of television stardom. As twilight settled over the valley, thousands of decorative paper lanterns flickered to life along the pathways, casting a warm, flickering glow across the faces of the weary yet triumphant team. Zhang helped pack away some of the heavier prop items, refusing to let the local production assistants shoulder all the physical labor after a long, grueling day of shooting. His humility and collaborative mindset earned him immense admiration from the regional crew members who worked alongside them. Tian Xiwei took a quiet moment to sit by the edge of the lotus pond once more, watching the gentle ripples disturbed by a lone night-flying insect skimming the dark water's surface. The quiet stillness of the evening provided a much-needed contrast to the high-energy demands of the daytime festival scenes, allowing her to fully absorb the artistic fulfillment of the project. The colorful costume felt less like a temporary wardrobe choice and more like a cherished second skin representing a wonderful chapter of creative exploration. Zhang walked over quietly, holding 2 cups of warm, ginger-infused tea, handing one to her with a gentle smile that acknowledged the shared exhaustion and satisfaction of the day. They sat in comfortable silence for several minutes, letting the soothing sounds of the tropical night wash over them while reviewing mental snapshots of the memorable scenes they had created together. It was a rare, peaceful interlude amidst the relentless pace of the entertainment industry. Reflecting on the journey that brought them to this remote corner of Yunnan, they marveled at how smoothly the collaboration for CTHS2 had unfolded from the very first script reading months prior. Every challenge, from learning traditional dance steps to managing the physical demands of outdoor summer filming, had only strengthened their professional synergy and mutual trust. They knew that the upcoming promotional campaign featuring these striking images would generate immense excitement among their devoted fanbase. The production manager approached them with the final schedule for the following day's departure, confirming that all remaining studio pickup shots and promotional interviews were fully organized and accounted for. Tian Xiwei nodded, expressing her gratitude for the meticulous planning that ensured every creative vision was executed without major setbacks or compromises. Zhang Ling echoed her sentiments, shaking hands with the core management team to express his personal appreciation for their dedication. Walking back toward the main guesthouse under a canopy of stars that shone with startling clarity away from city light pollution, the two actors shared light-hearted jokes about their initial awkwardness during the first wardrobe fittings. Tian Xiwei laughed contagiously as she recalled how difficult it was to maneuver through narrow doorways while wearing the wide, elaborate headdress without accidentally knocking over flower vases. Zhang Ling chimed in with humorous tales of his own struggles trying to master the traditional posture required for formal Dai greetings. The cool night breeze swept through the courtyard, rustling the broad leaves of the banana trees and carrying the faint, soothing melody of